Racist cop points gun at black lawyer, then realizes the courtroom's watching. The cold metal of the barrel hovered just inches from his forehead. "On the ground, now," Officer Briggs barked, sweat streaking down the sides of his shaved head. His finger trembled on the trigger, eyes locked on the black man in the tailored navy blue suit standing in the middle of the courtroom aisle. The silence was deafening. The judge stared, frozen. The bailiff didn't move. A dozen jurors sat stunned in the box. Every cell phone camera in the room was recording. But Jordan Chase didn't flinch. He stood tall, broad-shouldered, mid-30s, calm brown eyes locked on the man threatening to kill him. "Officer Briggs," he said, voice low and deliberate, "you're about 5 seconds away from ruining your life." Briggs didn't lower the gun. His lip curled. "I heard what you said." Jordan slowly raised his hands. "The problem is, you didn't see the cameras." Whispers rippled across the room. Jordan Chase hadn't always wanted to be a lawyer. He grew up watching his father, Gregory Chase, get pulled over for routine checks every other week, each one lasting longer, turning crueler until the night he didn't come home. That was the night Jordan buried his dreams of becoming a musician and buried his heart behind law books and courtroom walls. He'd sworn then, no more burying fathers. Now, 12 years later, he was standing in courtroom 3A of the Charleston County Courthouse, representing the wrongfully arrested teen son of a community pastor. It was supposed to be a routine suppression hearing, just facts and motions. But when Officer Briggs saw Jordan cross-examining him with surgical precision, something inside the cop snapped. Briggs had testified that 17-year-old Malik Boyd reached for his waistband aggressively, justifying the officer's takedown and arrest. But Jordan had obtained dash cam footage that showed Malik calmly handing over his ID before being slammed into the concrete. Briggs had lied, and Jordan had him cornered. "You said, under oath, that Malik resisted, but this footage shows otherwise," Jordan said, pausing the video as the courtroom watched the teenager scream in pain. Briggs's face reddened. "That angle doesn't show." "Objection, Your Honor," the defense attorney snapped. The judge waved her hand. Overruled. Jordan leaned in. "Were you lying when you said Malik resisted, Officer Briggs?" The officer's jaw twitched. "You're twisting things, boy." The room fell silent. The use of boy in that courtroom didn't go unnoticed. Not by the judge, not by the black juror in the front row, not by the cameras mounted in every corner. Jordan blinked once. Calm. Controlled. He kept his voice even. "Let the record reflect that Officer Briggs just referred to me, a licensed attorney representing a client in a court of law, as boy." Briggs stepped down from the witness box, shaking with rage. His eyes darted toward the judge, then to the courtroom exit, then to the holster on his belt. "You smug little—" He drew his gun. "Drop it," the bailiff finally shouted, pulling his weapon. But Briggs didn't move. His rage had blinded him. In his mind, Jordan wasn't a lawyer anymore. He was just another black man, challenging authority. Jordan didn't move either. "This is who you are without your badge," he said. "Just a man with a weapon, scared of truth." Briggs's breathing became ragged. His aim wavered. "Every inch of this courtroom is under surveillance," Jordan added. "You're not on the street anymore. You're in my house now." The judge banged her gavel. "Officer Briggs, drop your weapon immediately." Finally, something cracked. Briggs lowered the gun, hand shaking. The bailiff tackled him a second later, cuffing him as the courtroom erupted into gasps and murmurs. Jordan exhaled, his legs heavy with adrenaline. He straightened his tie and turned to face the courtroom. The cameras were still rolling. 2 weeks later, the footage went viral. Cop pulls gun on black lawyer in court, gets arrested in front of judge. Officer Briggs was fired. He faced felony charges for brandishing a weapon and contempt of court. But that wasn't the end. The footage sparked a civil investigation. The DA's office launched a formal probe into every arrest Briggs had ever made. Dozens of cases were reopened, including Malik's. The judge threw out the charges against the teenager, apologizing to his family from the bench. Jordan became a national figure, not by choice, but because the truth had caught fire. Still, fame didn't interest him. Justice did. One morning, weeks after the incident, a young man knocked on Jordan's office door. "You don't know me," he said, eyes glassy, "but Briggs arrested my older brother 4 years ago. You got him exonerated." Jordan nodded. "Then I do know you." The young man smiled, tears forming. "Thank you. For all of it." Jordan watched him leave, then turned to the framed photo on his desk, his father, standing beside a beat-up Buick, smiling with pride. "I kept the promise," Jordan whispered. Outside the courthouse, a statue of Justice held her scales. Inside, the system had bent, but not broken, and for once it was the law that struck back. Disclaimer: this story is a fictional dramatization created for entertainment purposes only.